Welcome to the 5-Minute English Vocabulary Podcast. My name is Herbert Lee, and I'll be your host. Now you can easily improve your vocabulary without memorizing long lists of boring words, and still develop a powerful command of English. You'll learn the origin of words, or etymology, told as easy-to-remember stories. You'll also hear some jokes, and learn some idioms as well. Episode 27, Chinese Food Words in English, Part 2. Hi, in today's episode we're talking about Chinese food words that came into the English language. In this episode, you're going to learn Chinese words that came into English by word of mouth. Literally, word of mouth. From Chinese food moving around the world. Let's start with tea. Tea comes from China. It may not be surprising then that the word tea comes from the Chinese character T, which is pronounced T in Hokkien Chinese, in particular in the coastal province of Fujian. Historians therefore suspect that tea spread via sea traders to other coastal areas, eventually leading to the English word tea. However, prior to this, the word cha was actually used instead of tea, coming from the Cantonese cha. This was because of the Portuguese traders traveling from Macau. I'm living in Macau, and you can buy many types of tea here. At some point, tea became the preferred name, and nowadays, char is just used as a colloquial term for tea in Britain. This spread to other parts of the world, becoming che in Urdu, shay in Arabic, and even the English dialect word char. So, no matter where you live, if you order a cup of tea in the local language, you will likely be drawing from a Chinese term. The price of tea in China was an important topic in England during and around the 19th century. It was often mentioned in the British House of Commons. In English, we have the idiom, the price of tea in China. More specifically, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? This is used as a reply to an irrelevant suggestion. This kind of remark implies that the topic under discussion might as well be the price of tea in China. The topic has no relevance to what is being discussed. Here's an example. In my opinion, the debate around the president's latest tweet is like the price of tea in China. Absolutely pointless. Another idiom involving tea is, would not do something for all the tea in China. It means that nothing could persuade you to do something. I wouldn't take that job for all the tea in China. Not at any price. Never, as in, I wouldn't give up my car, not for all the tea in China. This term originated in Australia and alludes to the presumed huge quantity of tea in China. Here are some other food words that have come into the English language. Tofu. A staple in Chinese cooking is tofu. This word has a Sino-Japanese origin. It comes from the Japanese tofu, which actually comes from the Mandarin doufu. One thing you may not know is there are actually many varieties of tofu. Besides the soft cubes of tofu in supermarkets, there is dried tofu, deep-fried tofu, dried bean curd sticks, and many more. Soya milk is a very common breakfast in China. In southern China, we have a silky bean curd in a sweet syrup. In the north, they have a similar dish, which is savory. It's called tofu brains. In many parts of China, you will find a street food called stinky tofu. If you can get past the smell, you'll become addicted. Ginseng. The herbal root ginseng is used in tea and as a natural medicine. The name comes from the Hokkien, ginseng. This literally means human root and is named after the shape of ginseng, which kind of resembles a person. Hoisin sauce. This popular Chinese sauce takes its name from the Cantonese hoisin, which literally means seafood. The origins for the Chinese name of this sauce remain a bit of a mystery, as it isn't eaten with seafood, nor is it made from seafood. So this is the end of part 1 of Chinese food words in English. Come back next week for part 2. This is Herbert Lee saying bye for now.